What's up guys, Zack Hample back with you again for another Q&A video because, as you can see up here on the screen, there have been a ton of comments and requests since the last one asking me to do another. And there has been a trend, unfortunately, that's been brewing over the last few videos. People are now threatening me if I don't keep doing these Q&A videos. You can see a bunch of these threats up here on the screen, and there are some interesting ones, like on the bottom left, Q&A part 23, or your mom will become a man. And then right in the middle, Q&A 23, or your girlfriend will cheat on you with, as you called him, Mike Trout, the sexiest man alive. Listen, I hereby give anyone permission who is involved with me romantically to do whatever they want with Mike Trout, so therefore, it's not cheating. And then on the bottom right, just to pick another random one, do Q&A part 23, or else you posters on the wall will be torn down. All right, take it easy. We'll talk about the magazine wallpaper a bit later in this video, but if you really want to see a good case for why I should do a Q&A part 23, check out these next two comments. Can you please do Q&A 23 for LeBron James because he's the man? But wait for it. Q&A 23 because Michael Jordan was number 23. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Michael Jordan over LeBron. Don't at me. Or, go ahead and at me if you feel like it. But check this out. This is a tape, a VHS tape that I've had since I was little. Michael Jordan, Come Fly With Me. I was obsessed with Michael Jordan from back in the day. And yeah, I still would pick MJ over LeBron. One more nice comment about the Q&As, and then I promise we'll get into the questions. Please do Q&A part 23. I am enjoying your new and old content as much as the games MLB is showing. With no baseball being played right now, your videos are some of the only baseball some of us are seeing right now, so thank you. Brina Gonzalez, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's people like you and comments like this that really help keep me motivated to keep pumping out content during these crazy times. And with that, we're gonna get into the questions for part 23 of my Q&A video series. To kick things off, Zach, do you collect baseball team yearbooks? No. Zach, do you think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame? Yes. The man has done his time, put the hit king in Cooperstown. Can you eat a piece of pie? It's kind of random. I like random things, Ethan, and it just so happens that I have a piece of pie sitting right over here. Look at this beautiful thing. This is a piece of blueberry pie. And, oh look, I just happen to have a fork right here also. So, Ethan, you asked me to eat some pie, and so, that is some mighty fine pie. I'm gonna keep eating that as we keep going through the questions together. But you guys are gonna have to bear with me because it's hard to eat and talk at the same time, but I'll do my best. What do you hope to see added in MLB stadiums? Fans. What is the longest drive you've ever taken to go to a major league stadium? That's a good question, Aiden Fink. And I always appreciate your comments and questions. Comerica Park in Detroit. I drove there from New York City, where I live, with my friend Benny Bang Bang. A lot of you guys might know who I'm talking about if you've seen my videos. According to Google Maps, that is more than 600 miles and takes more than 9 hours. And of course, we made a bunch of stops on the way, so it took longer than that. We drove out there in October of 2011 to see a couple of games in the ALCS. Really exciting stuff. Gotta eat another piece of pie. I mean, Ethan, you asked me to do it, and so, everybody's just gonna have to sit there and watch me eat pie. And I need some pie to prepare myself for this next question because, well, you'll see. All right. Zack Hample, why did you block me on Instagram? Couldn't handle no heat, huh? Man, get out of here. So, I block people on Instagram and just in general on social media for any one of several reasons. So take your pick. Either they say something racist, homophobic, misogynistic, they threaten me, they falsely accuse me of something, or they're just generally rude to such an extreme degree that it's just disgusting and despicable, and I'm not gonna accept that. So it was one of those. So how about you get out of here? Who have you caught the most baseballs from, whether it was a toss-up or a home run ball? Love the content, Zach. Keep it up. Thanks very much. The answer is Carlos Beltran. That man threw me 38 baseballs over the years, and he hit me a lot as well. 17 home runs during batting practice, plus 1 foul ball during BP, and I caught 3 of his game home runs on the fly. Do all the math, add up the numbers. That is 59 baseballs from one person. What a stud. Zach, this is a very serious question. I have been wondering for 9 years, and I can't figure out the answer. What is your favorite sport? That's gotta be a joke, right? You're not serious. My favorite sport is hockey. Duh. Q&A 23, can you name 3 current NHL players? Braden Finkelmeyer, that was a joke. It's not actually hockey. Wayne Gretzky, I think he's retired. Gordie Howe, Mark Messier. I was tempted to Google this, but I didn't cheat. The only hockey player that comes to mind that might be current, and I might get laughed at for saying this, but Sidney Crosby, is he still playing? I seriously don't know if that guy is 30 years old or like 47. I feel like I've been hearing about him forever, but he started when he was really young, I guess. No disrespect to hockey, I just don't follow it. So here's what you guys can do to help. Leave some comments, tell me who your favorite hockey players are. If you want to just sprinkle in some random fun facts about hockey, go right ahead, help educate me. I would really appreciate that. Why is your TikTok account not official? I know! I'm coming up on 200,000 followers there. Not verified. I'm verified on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. No love from TikTok. Maybe someday. And before I answer the next question, gotta eat another piece of this delicious pie. Wow. Ethan, coming up big with that suggestion to eat pie. All right, what's your hat size? Well, as you can see right here on the inside of my hat, it is 7 1/4. So, yeah. Q&A part 23, what are your thoughts on Linkin Park? The game Synergy, you've been asking me this question for a while. I did a whole Q&A just about music, but didn't get a chance to use your question then, so here we go. Linkin Park, I love them. I have several of their songs in my collection. You can see those songs up on the screen here. I feel like the song In the End is just such a true classic that transcends any one particular band or even genre. Like, you don't have to even like new music necessarily or care about Linkin Park, but you're gonna know that song and probably gonna love it. I think Linkin Park has a great sound, great energy, some hauntingly beautiful melodies. So, you know, I'm not a fan of them. I don't have any memorabilia. I don't own their records. I haven't seen them live, but I definitely give 2 thumbs up to Linkin Park. And gotta eat some more pie. I mean, I gotta finish this thing before the video ends. You can see I still have, you know, we're getting down there, but yeah. Q&A 23, why don't you have your dad in a video? Because he's dead. Who is your favorite player that wears the number 23? Instead of wears current, like present tense, can we do past tense? Because in that case, I'd go with Don Mattingly, former Yankees first baseman. I talked about him in one of my favorite all-time player videos that I did recently. So Donnie Baseball, he's my dude with number 23. What was your favorite player on the team where you were an intern? All right, so speaking of recent videos that I've done, do you guys remember this? My championship ring that I got when I was an intern with the Boise Hawks, a minor league team out in the Northwest League in 1995. Well, on that team, there was a dude named Danny Bucksbaum. He was my favorite. He was like I want to say Paul Goldschmidt of that team. 6'4", first baseman, batted right-handed, and just mashed the ball. I would have been certain at that time that he was gonna not just make it to the major leagues, but be a star. I'm not sure why it didn't pan out for him, but 25 years later, I'm glad to still be talking about him. Q&A 23, when an athlete is interviewed after a game and they thank God, why doesn't the interviewer ask, I'm sorry, who? Are you telling me you think an invisible being was rooting for your team and caused you to do well? Why is any credence at all given to this? If they said they kissed a frog before the game and that made them win, it would be questioned or at the very least laughed along with the implication that we know that didn't really do anything. But the mention of an equally fake concept, a deity, is treated as if it's perfectly normal. What's up with that? I gotta eat some pie after that question. All I can say is, I don't know, but I agree. And now just to give you a little context before we do the next question, in the last Q&A video, someone asked what Q&A stands for. And I joked that it stands for quicksand and avalanches. And I was like, yeah, it's dangerous out there, be careful. So, that said, check out this next question. Quicksand and avalanches, part 23. How many total pictures cover your apartment walls? So, Ethan is actually not the only person who asked that question. Take a look at all of these questions right here. And it makes me happy on one hand that so many people are interested, but it makes me sad because all of these people either have really bad memories or they're not watching all of my videos. Q&A part 9, go take a look. I actually answered this question then, but I'm always getting new subscribers and new viewers, and then realistically, I don't expect everybody to watch every video. So, to answer it again, the number of magazine pages on my walls, 1,633. I have an interesting question. Do you personally know or have met anyone who is on your magazine walls? That is an interesting question, Timothy, and the answer is yes, there are actually quite a few. And let's kick it off by giving a shout out to my grandfather, Lou Cohen, the founder of the Argosy bookstore, the family business. Don McNamara, the president of my college, Brian Williams, Bill Clinton, Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's one of my favorite people on the planet, astrophysicist, Jake Jaffe, a close friend who's a model, Daphne Abdella, Google that name, crazy story. I actually went to school with her and used to play basketball with her after school. Michael J. Fox, I met him as a kid while I was skiing in Colorado. Michael Goldstrom and Gage Ferry, two random guys I met over the course of various New York City shenanigans back in the day. Joel Sherman and Matt Graham, studs in the Scrabble world. I've been very involved in the Scrabble scene. Rosie O'Donnell, I was a guest on her show in 1999. Jay Leno, I was on his show in 2008. And can I count myself? I mean, you asked if I know anyone on the walls, I know myself. So yeah, that's a picture of me from People magazine. Cal Ripken, no coincidence that I put him right next to me. I love Cal, and I've had a conversation with him, gotten his autograph a bunch. How about me and A-Rod, does that count? Is that worthy of special consideration? So you can see that these walls in my apartment are actually very meaningful to me for a number of reasons. Can you show us all the pictures that you've covered up? Yeah, if you come over. Howdy, Zach. I love you, honey. Do you love me? Andrew, actually, yes, I do, for one simple reason. You watch my YouTube videos. I'm gonna eat one more piece of pie. Well, actually, not piece, but bites. And probably one more bite after that. And we're getting toward the end of this video, so the pie to question ratio is actually working out pretty well. Zach, what will be the first stadium you go to when baseball returns? Cam Smith. Sorry, I don't want to spit out pieces of pie while I answer this, but Cam, there is no way to predict right now. I have no idea what the schedule is going to be. I'm just going to wait and see what is actually officially announced and then take it from there, but I can't make any plans or predictions at this point. Which country do you think will come up with the vaccine first? Again, Morty, I have no idea, but if I had to place money, I'd say it's going to be a country where the elected officials actually believe in science. Hey Zach, question for your next Q&A. Do you think it is a good idea that they are reopening America? Yes and no. I think it's good to reopen because people got to get back to their lives and earn money and support themselves and their families, but we're just not going about it the right way. The numbers are still going up in some places, and there's this rush to reopen. And there's like this mass refusal among people to wear masks, which is so selfish and idiotic. Listen to the scientists, listen to the experts. They say it's much safer for everybody to wear masks. People, please wear masks. We are reopening in the wrong way. That's how I feel about that. How is Jack doing during this pandemic? He's been very quiet lately. Can you write a new book during quarantine? No, I'm having way too much fun doing lots of other things. And one of those things is giving people shout outs on my YouTube channel. And with that, check this out. I got your bobblehead for Easter. Also, may I have a shout out, please? That comment coming from Casey Tucker. So by the way, let me just show you guys what this bobblehead looks like. I will throw a link in the description to where you can pick one of these up if you want. Casey, I've seen a bunch of your comments lately on various videos, so thank you for that. Keep the comments coming. I hope you keep watching. Here's a shout out. I was called Babe Ruth on my Little League team. Worthy of a shout out in the next Q&A? Miguel Ray, absolutely. If you get compared to the Sultan of SWAT, you get a shout out. And while you're at it, hit an extra dinger for me. And now we have one from Cooper, who says, hey Zach, thank you for all the replies on comments I left on your videos and on Instagram. My dad says we are kind of forming an online friendship. Because of your amazing videos, I learned some ball hawking tips and snagged 5 baseballs in the 2019 season. Thank you for the amazing videos. And one last thing, can I have a shout out in a future Q&A video, please? Well, Cooper, your dad is right. I'm feeling the bond right here over the internet. So shout out to you, shout out to your dad, shout out to those 5 baseballs you snagged last year, and shout out to last year itself, because I think all of us are missing 2019 right now. And with that, we are gonna wrap things up. If you guys wanna see Q&A part 24, you know what to do. Keep those comments coming, keep those questions coming, and I'm gonna eat this last bite of pie while we close things out. See ya.